Remember my steak chili I made a while back? Well, in case you missed it, I showed you how to freshly grind steak for the ultimate chili. Well, today I'm making the best burger, and you guessed it, I'm using New York strip steak. Everyone will be flocking to your barbecue this Memorial Day holiday. Hey guys, so first to get started on our blue cheese steak burgers. Oh, these are so good. I'm making fried onions to just pile right on top. So you just want to take a mandolin, handheld mandolin. If you have one, great. If not, thinly slice a small Spanish onion. Just makes it a lot quicker and faster and uniform in size with a mandolin. I have some canola oil heating. We're gonna deep fry these, but first, before we do, I'm gonna dry these really well in a heavy-duty kitchen towel. You could also use heavy-duty paper towels. What that's gonna do is release and remove some of that moisture because we're going to dredge them in flour. Shake off the excess. What that's gonna do is create a little crust. So these little babies get nice and crispy. Okay, so that's the last batch of our fried onions. Season with salt. So the great part about entertaining while making these burgers, you can make your fried onions in the morning. Leave them at room temperature, set on a wire rack over a rim baking sheet. Just leave them there because we're gonna actually serve them at room temperature and they'll stay nice and crisp. So for our burgers, so earlier I went ahead and freshly ground these delicious New York strip steaks. So you want to choose a really good one that has enough marble, not too much fat. You're going to trim the border of the steaks and remove a lot of that fat because there's going to be enough marbleization throughout the steak. Cut it into chunks. So two ways you can grind these. You can put them into a food processor after you've chopped them up into pieces and just pulse grind until you get the same texture as grind meat or ground meat. Or if you have an attachment, a grinder attachment, you can feed these right through the grinder. So both ways work beautifully. So now I just formed them into burgers. I heated my grill. Here I'm using a grill pan. Obviously, when we're barbecuing for the holiday season, we're gonna be grilling on the outside. Salt and pepper on both sides. And then, because these are a delicious quality meat, we don't want to overcook them. We want to cook them medium doneness, medium rare to medium doneness, really no further than that. They're going to be so juicy and delicious. I was lucky to find blue cheese in slices. I know that's pretty much like finding the diamond in the rough, right? Hard to find that. If you can, in your grocery store, in your cheese aisle, these are great. Otherwise, just take a wedge of blue cheese and then slice it into triangles. And that works beautifully too. After all, it'll melt. All right, so our burgers are resting. Now you want to decrease the heat on your grill pan or your grill. I like to toast my buns. So this happens really quick, about 30 seconds. You have that beautiful texture and it just warms them up a bit. Now it's time to assemble our burgers. So I like to take a little bit of butter and then just brush the tops. That way it melts. It's so delicious. Jalapenos. I love jalapenos on my burgers, especially with that blue cheese. And the blue cheese kind of cools it a bit, but it's still a little spicy, so watch out. So we have our tomato, so blue cheese, then on top our jalapeno, our tomato, our arugula, What am I missing? Our fried onions. Our fried onions. So you just want to take a little nest of them and just pile them. You could serve this with your favorite steak sauce for dipping, or just drizzle it right over the burger. And here's what I like to do. So that way, when you serve these, they stay put the way you want to serve them. Take a pretty cocktail pick and place it right through the top. Oh my. You know, when I was testing these the other day and I made them for Andreas, he said to me, "You've now set the bar. You can no longer make any other burger." He said, "These are the best." Pretty good compliment, right? All right, so now I get a taste. All right, I'm totally being a lady about this. Cooked beautifully. Oh my God. It is the best burger. The meat is so juicy, so delicious. That boost of that punch of blue cheese, the heat from the jalapeno. Oh my goodness, there's crispy fried onions. For this recipe, head over to the newspaper's website. I'm Shereen with Cook This. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Happy Memorial Day.